75 Whiskey Passport Club. Collectively, we are making the whiskey world a smaller place. Now, if you want to be one of the gang, it's going to cost you £25. But what do we get for £25, my friend? Can you show us what's in this box?
Absolutely, this magic box. We get a Glencairn glass with 1775 whiskey branded on it. You'll get, this is wrapped just now, you get a 50 ml of whiskey, you might see it there. And the tasting notes are sellotaped out so you can enjoy what we're getting.
It's a special one.
And this is a temporary card just now, but the cards will be similar to this, which are made of oak. Everyone's individually numbered.
It's sustainability.
Absolutely, you get different wee bits and pieces. The whisky flavour map that we always talk about, and some old Scots words. And I see one here which was added to it without my permission. Is Tatty Peel, a bald-headed man with whisky knowledge. Wrong.
Well, of course it kind of is, but also the planting in the oak tree for sustainability. We want you to come and be part of us. We want you to drive the club forward, have some fun, have a great time, learn a lot of knowledge, pass a lot on.
And the benefits and discounts. Lots of places join us where you'll get discounts for food, discounts for hired things, various different things you can do. Then we'll give you food here, I'll give you discounts on tours. Lots of things that's going to benefit you as a member of 1775 Whisky Passport.
Excellent. And all we're going to say, Tatty Peel, Slange. Hey folks, how you doing? Graham Blakey.
Who am I?
I was about to say, Mercat Grill. Coming live from the Mercat Grill.
Never introduced me, Graham. What's my name?
Tatty Peel.
Thanks, Graham. American Oak, great whisky, and 70. That bad. I was referring earlier on to too many A's at boxing. That was 3 A's. I got to the last 2 seconds there. I literally finished, and the phone like I can't believe the camera was on.
What we're going to say? Slange. Maybe we're live, maybe we're not. It doesn't really matter to me or not. But we are here tonight at the Mercat Grill all night.
Get that photo off your bloody screen, man. You can't have that.
When are we going live anyway?
They can.
Gregor, tell me when we're going live. I need to sort all this. Tomorrow. Right,
Damn.
that's fine.
Damn, get that off.
I know, I'm hiding it. Didn't let the people know.
The people.
The people know. I've just
All of the people.
Button. Anyway, when are we going live?
Now,
Gregor,
go.
No. Right, I tell you what, we'll pretend we're going live now. Right, ready?
Go.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A very warm welcome to the Mercat Grill here. Where is it, Tatty Peel?
It's into the universe. But hang on a minute. Boys and girls, you've got to be 18 to be taking part of this.
Yes.
No boys and girls.
But you can watch.
Okay.
We're not about participating. But anyway, we're here, we're well. And of course, on my left-hand side there, we've got Tatty Peel, aka Neil the Peel Forbes. We all know how tight-fisted he is. He peels a potato and keeps the skins and makes a soup out of them, as well as never putting his hands in his pockets to buy you a drink, as well as being last to go to the bar, as well as never paying for a haircut because he doesn't need one. But anyway, and then behind the camera we have Nanu, Jay-Z, the great technician.
The late Jay-Z.
20
past 8 he turned up tonight. 20 past 8.
Well, anyway, Neil, do you want to say a little bit, because I am
you're the organised.
I'm not here.
Right. I'll tell you what the whiskies are tonight.
Yeah, go for it.
We've got start number 1 tonight. Is a Manach Moor, which is a flora and fauna from Diageo. It's Speyside, so we're going to have that as number 1. And most of you, if you watched the shows over the last year or so, I do like the flora and fauna ones, in particular the Dalhuin. Now here's an interesting one. I really like to look at this one. It's Ledaig, which is Tobermory Distillery, and it's Rioja matured, Rioja cask. So I like my favourite red wines, Rioja Graham or Ribera del Duero, whatever the Spanish
or anything that's free.
It's I know I pay now and again for it. Not very often.
Gregor,
Right, fair away. Right, then the third one is a real interesting one. I'd never heard it before, and old George Rigpath, the ex-McMurray guy for tonight, famous grouse. George, no doubt, will be tuning in sometime in a wee bit and watching it. Seaweed and eons and digging and fire. Never heard it before, never seen it before. Bought it, then we had to go and do some research about it, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that in due course. You going to move that so I can put it down? Or
Yeah,
there you go,
slam
just
dunk.
in case. So that's the three whiskies tonight. Graham's now still no logged onto Facebook because Gregor's is actually set to do it for him now. It's all organised and happening tonight.
That's it. See, Gregor's the main man. But see, here he comes now. Good old Jay-Z. That's what he's there for. He gets paid in fish and chips. So it keeps him happy. But anyway, thank you there.
There's more fish and playing us chips.
That's it. So anyway, I'm going to dive on in a wee second and just see who's all here, and I will say all the best. But before we get to that, obviously it was a sad day today for the passing of Prince Philip. So our regards to the royal family. But the reason why I brought this up as well is there was a good friends of ours that come in here, and her dad, Ronnie, was a low flyer drinker, and it was a year today that Dad passed away. So we were thinking about you, so that's why I thought I'll tag the two together. But anyway, on a cheery note, today's Marshall Bain's 170th birthday, so he's only a couple of years younger than Tatty Peel here. And don't know if you know Marshall Bain, but he looks a bit like Peter Stringfellow in the Licence Chain. You've met him, you've seen him before.
Sorry, Marshall. Yeah.
And it was my nephew's birthday the other day. They had turned 13, so we took him fishing. So Darren and the boys, Bob and Johnny Walker, you know Johnny Walker, all took him fishing. So thank you to the boys there. And people turning in for the first time, we have Marky Sparky from Walliford. He's watched before, but he's got this nice new...
Well, he's tuning in for the first time, but he's watched before. Okay, Mark, nice to see you.
I'm just checking what he's doing.
I'm listening to you.
I'm listening. Good, that makes a change. He never listens to me. So anyway, Sparky Marky, Andy Furnival, and Archie Denny. Do you want to tell everybody the whiskies?
I've told them.
No, I know you've told them.
But we've got there's a birthday. He's tuning in tonight, but he's not got his whiskey. He's 50 this week sometime, and it's old Goran in Sweden.
Sweden.
Is that Henrik? No, what's his name? Sven Goran Eriksson. You think he's related to him with the name Goran?
Was that the guy that dated the weather girl?
Well, he's English manager and dated some bird eye.
That's it. Right, we have...
So happy 50th to Goran as well.
To Goran, because he likes the green apples.
And I mentioned to Susan and David Allen doing in Jordanland, their whiskey never arrived today.
What?
The courier let them down. They got a notification to say it was going to be there. I got a text for David about a couple of hours ago to say it's not arrived. They got a text from APC to say it's on its route, and it never turned up when the depot shut. So apologies to David and Susan, but apparently they're raging alcoholics anyway, so it'll give them no hand to stay off the bevy tonight. Just stay sober. You can get on Monday. Have a wee bevy on Monday. Stay sober tonight, you two.
That's it. Here, Susan Allen saying hi. Have a good drink tonight. You wasn't delivered. David Moorhead, Susan Innes. They'll have the shakes up there.
Oh, is Alex, that we do our DD, our director's dram. Susan's married to the triple D. Dalkeith's dodgy dealer. Did you notice? You notice he's not been paying for his whiskey. Oh, he didn't get what he done, and he felt so guilty. He paid for next fortnight, so 45 quid instead of paying for the nights at 25. So he got a £20 penalty, Martin. Lovely to see you. Brilliant to see you, Martin. We might pay you back later on.
That's it. Here's Goran. Don't be scared of Sweden. He's in the house, or maybe you should be. Big Dave again. Menno van Hostringen is on. Good to see and hear from him. Menno. Austin, the gentleman in the West Coast there, the Ouija. That's it.
A gentleman, Austin. What have you done to him? Calling you a gentleman?
He said, hello, good-looking gentleman. I think there's something there.
He's been on the whiskey already, I think.
Caroline Gibson. Michael Kelman has sent his good lady, and he picked up the whiskey tonight.
Well done, Michael. 10 out of 10.
Well done. Mick Mitchell, David Moorhead again, Goran, a soccer trainer. Yeah, that was the guy that dated Erica.
Oh, he's English manager?
Yeah.
No.
Neil McIver.
It was some Italian model bird that he dated. It wasn't
I thought it was the weather girl he had a wee... Guys, keep me right. Did he have a wee bit of slap and tickle with
No, that was 1998. She was, what's her name? It was on Shooting Stars. The blonde-haired Swedish girl. Goran, you should ken. The Swedish
come
girl.
on, you know, she's probably a pin-up.
God, I can't remember her name now. It was some football player, because I remember being in Paris in 98 World Cup.
I wasn't even born then.
They walked into a bar and he gave her abuse and slapped her. And the Tottenham was going to kill him. Half the boys in Scotland fans were going to kill him that night. It was, what's her name? Ulrika.
I told you. So where they get Ulrika Johnston?
Aye.
Or should we go, Eureka?
Ulrika.
Eureka. Right. We've got
Goran, can you teach them some Swedish?
Yeah, here we go. That's Austin saying, Susan Allen, Kevin Fitzsimmons. So we've said hello to everybody, I think, tonight so far.
Have we said hello to me yet?
No.
Okay.
You get helloed anyway.
Oh.
You get helloed anyway.
I
found a picture of Neil the other day there, just in his shorts when he was he'd just been brushing his teeth. Can you see that there, guys? It looks a spitting image, eh?
The old Tatty Peel.
This one's got a little bit more hair than Tatty Peel. Look, you can see it. Look. Just need to get the glasses on. Here we go.
I saw his pile of papers here and I went to grab it and he snatched them away from me because he's got all this nonsense here.
Right. Anyway. Dates before we get stuck into things. Dates. 3rd
October.
Yes.
Whisky show in London. We're hoping to go down on the 1st. Well, some of us on the 1st, some on the 2nd, the Friday and the Saturday. The show is the Sunday. We've been looking at hotels and we're looking at the Thistle Bloomsbury, Russell Square, right in the heart of London. 50 minutes in the tube. It's a 10-minute walk from King's Cross. And there's going to be somewhere around £340 per person. That's sharing. You get for 25 quid if you share with Blakey. I'll tell you what,
you'll know what to share with this cookie.
No, I get my room to myself. I'm allowed the room to myself.
Because he's so stinky. You should hear some of the noises that come out, and it's no squeaky floorboard. Look at him blushing there. That's it.
Right, and the 3rd October Whisky show. If you want to join us, let us know because we're creating 20 spaces because there's some guys for the Scottish Licensed Trade Association want to come. But you can travel on the Friday, you can travel on the Saturday, you can make your own move there. We'll book the hotel for you, you can book it yourself, whatever you want from there. Then the 6th of November. We've not got a name for it yet, but it's going to be a whisky show ourselves.
The whiskey and the beer and the bottle of gins festival.
Aye, something like that. You know, that's about as bad as this bloody bottle here. Seaweed. I can't even pronounce it. I'm not even going to try that. I'll save it for later. It's like the Amoruso one.
Amoruso.
We're going to that again.
Was it the footballer?
So that's the 2 dates. Things start to open up on the 17th of May. We will be having, the three of us having to do a wee forward recce just for our members because we look after our members. We'll do a wee forward recce up to Pitlochry, check Edgedour out, make sure they're ready for 1775 Whisky Passport members. Yeah. Make sure there's some nice whiskies available for you. So we'll be having a day or two up there.
Any hotels in the Perth area that might want to host us for the night?
Yeah, it'll have to be a private gig, that one, because it's the senior officers ball. So we're doing that. And we'll get everything lined up for everybody else to join us, probably within 3 or 4 weeks of that, because we're dead keen to get that board meeting for a member. Yep. We've waited a year for this. By God, let's hope it all opens up now and we can get on and have a nice 1775 Whisky Passport outing and board meeting.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
excellent.
That's the plan.
Excellent. And David Pringle's dialed in there, brother from another. And I think Port Chop was there, and I've seen Nigel Flynn all the way over there in Belfast.
Oh, I've not heard of you for a while, my job.
He's not been.
Ticket Brian Johnson's having a wee siesta. I'll be in the bathtub.
Oh, Joe Myers is here. He's drinking nothing.
Lunchtime drink for you, Joe. But Brian will be in the bathtub. His carer will be scrubbing his back or something from it now. We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it there. They can't wash Neil's hair. He's jealous. Right. So.
Right, where are we going? What are we doing? Why are we here?
Right.
Where are we?
Where are we? What year is this? My time machine's broken.
Yeah. Right, are we ready?
Go.
First whisky this evening, as I explained earlier on, is in Manach Moor. Manach Moor is owned by, I didn't trust him, he's away doing the flare now. It's owned by Diageo. It's a very modern distillery. I think it was 1971. It was originally opened by DCL, who Diageo actually bought DCL. They owned Glenkinchie at the time as well, which was part of Dewars. I can't remember what it stands for. Scottish Distiller, something Distillers Company Limited or something like that. And it was Scottish Distillers in Diageo. So Manach Moor is in Elgin, just on the outskirts of Elgin. It's actually the same distillery that produces the Glenlivet whisky. You remember we done the Glenlivet is another flora and fauna, really right, light and delicate. And I'm starting to worry what he's up to because he's oh God. Right, there we were, Monarch Moor. Yeah, so we've got a wee taste of this. It's a very modern distillery, 1971. Been about for that wee while, and it's about 6 million litres it does. Again, flora and fauna, so most of it goes into the blended whiskey. I don't know if it goes into Johnny Walker range, we don't know that, but we've got to have a wee taste of it. Okay, you can stand up then.
Mais oui, it is I, c'est Johnny Luke. I am from France in search of good whiskey. What do you have for me tonight, my friend, Monsieur Tati-Pile?
I heard you were coming over.
Yes.
I thought you were supposed to be quarantining.
I have been in quarantine for the 14 weeks. Yes, n'est-ce pas? I am ready.
No, that was the institution you were in.
Oh, there was many bars, but I got out.
Those of the local, the Royal Edinburgh in Morningside in Edinburgh. So it's Jean-Luc, it's Monarch Moor.
Oh,
can you pronounce that?
Munich Moor?
It's an Elgin. Just
Ilgin. Like Ilgin and crispy with chips.
Gilles, my pal in Metz, the Frenchman in Metz, he thinks you're really good at that.
Ah, c'est bon, oui,
No,
bien sûr.
He actually invited you over to teach you proper French.
I can do it.
The posh French, you're very common, you said.
No, not at all. I'm very
common.
posh. Right.
So Monarch Moor, let's have a wee look at it in the glass. Really extremely pale, lovely grassy colour. Again, tells us, oh jeez, he's
what
peace,
is
man.
it?
He's peace. he's no spoken to me for a week or so. You know, this is what's wrong with him. Nice grassy, bourbon matured. It's a young whiskey. I don't even know if it's aged. Oh yeah, it's a 12-year-old whiskey, but bourbon really light in colour. Right away, that's going to go definitely light and delicate, Graham. I would think from there. That sort of pale. And the flora and fauna. Well, I know flora and fauna. I didn't have any smoky ones from there. So have a look at the legs.
What type of legs? I know you like slow and fat legs, yes?
Look at that. Literally nothing dropping there.
Oh, you do not like that.
So they're that thin. You really got to look very closely. Very thin legs, very quick. They're so thin that you can actually barely see them. And you're looking back at home as well. Get into a right bright light.
Yes, Mr. Innes, he does this.
Martin can't see.
Martin, he look like this.
Yes, Susan has to tell him the colours. Yeah. Quick nose at it.
Yep.
No smoke whatsoever. So we've got a flavour map. Jean-Luc, you understand what a flavour map is?
I have a flavour map. I like couscous. Depardieu, Gerard, do you know him?
No. Oh, this is getting bloody worse, so it is. Right, where are we? Light and delicate, absolutely no smoke. Really way down in the bottom corner. Really, the legs are so thin you can hardly see them. You see them now, bit movement there, but early doors, right away with them, you could hardly see them, but they were there. They were dropping, just very light, very delicate. So way down the bottom left, light and delicate single malt whiskey. And most of your flora and faunas are sitting in that range as well. Glenlivet is similar, so you know it's made in the same distillery. It's obviously matured slightly different. I don't know if it's exactly the same. Well, it's the same process, but I'll need to actually speak to somebody in Diageo and speak to Ramsey Borthwick about that because I'm quite interested. It makes the two brands. Is the fermentation a different time? Is the distillation a different time to get the meatiness changed?
Yes.
They're very similar whiskies. But there's not as much sulphur on this one as I think.
It's nice. I like
it's a lovely nose, isn't it? A bit citrus, Graham. Really lemon, zesty. Some vanilla coming there. Floral. Like a bouquet of flowers. In fact, I think it's quite heathery. The flora heather. And what fruits there?
Oh, it is it.
Green apples. Jean-Luc doesn't have a shirt.
Verde. Palm.
We couldn't get one to fit his backside, to be honest with you.
No,
there's some green apples in there.
I do.
You know what it reminds me of? You know these old English spangles. You remember them? No, maybe before your time, Graham. Brian Johnson will remember them.
Spangles?
He would be caught shoplifting at 26, the sweeties in the store or something like that.
Yes.
Fish are all. Yeah, it's a real fruity, zesty, quite strange.
Yes, you are very strange.
Vanilla coming through as well. It's actually a really nice nose, but it be so light and delicate. There's quite a lot going on there. So let's have a wee taste of it.
Yes, please.
Slang. Wow, that's like. First thing is sherbet, lemon sherbet, zest of lemon, green apples.
Green apples.
How's it go?
Green apples.
So Jean-Luc says that with a Scottish accent. That's
Oui,
bizarre,
oui,
isn't it?
I have been practicing. Did you think sherbet dib dab?
Yep, yep. Well, sherbet dib dab, yeah, that's what it is. Lemon sherbet, yeah. Very lemon, zesty. Almost like a sherbet. Honey.
Yes, my darling.
A wee bit of honey coming in that. Certainly green apples. I like that, Graham. I really, really like that. That is one of the best flora and faunas I've had in the light delicate range. There's a nice, not afterburn, but there's just a nice aftertaste to it.
I feel the spice.
A wee bit spicy, yeah. Short finish, very, very short finish.
Not
really
long. Merci beaucoup, mon ami.
Interesting though, you can see the oil separating. For one, is light and delicate as it is. The oils really take a big shift with a touch of water. You'll not see that through your glasses, Jean-Luc.
Oh, somebody is communicating. Somebody from Walliford. Carry on.
Back to the nose. The lemon sherbet, it's a bit softer than the lemon. It's not as zesty, but yeah, I would say it's actually more sherbety, sweet, very, very pleasant, floral, honey, vanilla, and certainly the green apples coming through there.
Green apples. This gentleman, he says, I'm beautiful and smooth.
Who's that? Is that your psychiatrist? Like,
no, Mark, he said, I'm beautiful and smooth.
Mark, you've been on once, you're not getting back again. Don't like
Smoke
that. Like,
comes
Jesus.
through the palate up to the nose.
Smoke?
Salt sits on the tongue.
I didn't get any salt in it. No, it's very like delicate.
I know where they come from.
With the water, that is wonderful.
It's very pleasant.
Absolutely. You know, they talk about Glenkinchie being a nice breakfast whiskey. That is a real nice, light
43?
43% ABV, I think it is. 40 or 43?
43.
43, yeah. Really nice, early, pre-dinner drink. In fact, I'll tell you what, that would go lovely with the Cullen Skink and the whiskey tasting tours.
Yes, good
Because
idea.
It's real nice and sharp, zesty, lemon, vanilla, honey. Would go right through the smoked fish.
That would be
And
lovely.
the green apples are quite prominent with the water. And a
Green apples, de pomme de Crevere.
It's a short finish, but it's short but lingering. And I'm getting the green apples, the Granny Smith, the sourness of a Granny Smith apple, just at the end there on the finish. But wow,
Very good.
That's a stunning whiskey.
Excellent.
Definitely gets the seal of approval, Jean-Luc. Can you do that? Hard body work. Oh dear. Right, the second whiskey today is an interesting one. It's Ledaig. Those of you who have got it, it actually reminds me of a wee bit rosy wine here. It's not so much in the full-size bottle, but when we put them, decanted them into the 50ml bottles, if you've got them in the house, it was a wee bit rosy, so it's almost like a wine, and it's the Rioja. So Ledaig is a Tobermory distillery. And Tobermory, as you know, Graham, is on what island?
Ballamore. What's the story, Ballamore? Is that right?
Goran will not have a clue what you're talking about.
Oh, I see Goran's asked if there's a French victory dance.
Didn't encourage him, Goran. Didn't encourage him, for God's sake. Tobermory, those of you who don't know, is on the Isle of Mull. It's like the capital town, if you want to call it, from Mull. The distillery really is an old distillery, late 1700s, so the 18th century. And this is, what is it they call it? The Sinclair series. I thought it was the Sinclair edition.
The Sinclair
C5.
Series. Remember the wee
thing?
thing?
Well, it's a different, that was Clive Sinclair.
Oh, that's
but this is a tribute to John Sinclair. John Sinclair was the farmer up there who actually instigated the distillery. He was the founder of the distillery.
Was it
in 1797, 98, or just before 1800. So
it's like this cracking colour. Look at the colour, eh?
It doesn't tell in the bottle. It's 46.3% alcohol by volume. So really, really nice. I like, as I say, I love Rioja wine. I love Ribera del Duero. My Spanish wines. Ribera del Duero is very expensive in this country.
Oh, £4. Aldi.
£4 a glass. But the Rioja has that lovely spice to it. dry sort of red grape spice. So I'm hoping some of that comes through in the Lady.
Yeah.
It's when I saw it, I just couldn't resist it, Graham. So let's have a wee taste of it.
I don't know if I told you, but we were in Rioja with a licensed trade trip a few years ago. Looked after the wines were out of this world. There was a little town. I'll come back to where we were, and they've got this path that goes right through the centre of the town, and it's in steel plates on the ground, and it's called the Elephant's Walk. Because as you can imagine, everybody's like that. Nigel will remember what it was called. He was with me, but it was so good, and of course the tapas were great, lovely. You would have enjoyed it, TP.
Aye.
You would have liked it.
And say my favourite Spanish wine is Ribera del Duero, which is just southeast of Rioja, and you get a wee bit in this country, but if you're in Spain, always order Ribera del Duero. That's what the Spaniards like. Top quality stuff. Anyway, he's just we dropped it there. You see in the glass here, there's a wee. I think there's a wee pink tinge to that.
And
it's just for me, it's just the colour of the spirit mixing with the red of the Rioja in the cask. This is really intriguing me. It looks absolutely lovely.
If you have the three of them side by side, colour wise, when we're backing them, it looks
sticks
really
out, doesn't it? As I say, it was almost rosy wine colour. Look at the legs. Legs are pretty thick, pretty slow. Look at that coming down there. Wow. Lovely legs.
Nice legs.
Beautiful legs. Oh, I like these legs. I like these legs.
Well, they must be.
I like these legs. On the nose, and a hint of smoke there. Excuse me. Just a wee hint of smoke.
That's
just a wee hinge of it, right, on the flavour map.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to see if Brian Johnston's awake yet. I don't see him, or Stephen Johnston.
Yeah. This is quite intriguing, this one, because I think we're going to sit just on this halfway line, but up into the smoke, just a wee touch of smoke there. So you're not far away from your Balvenie. I always reckon Balvenie double would right in this spot. So you're not far away from there, but the nose is wonderful. So the red grapes, you just got that really light smoke, tobacco leaf smoke. Spices, you've got cinnamon, cloves, dried fruit.
Who's liking that one, guys?
Oh, the nose on that is absolutely fantastic. It really is fantastic.
Let's see.
Sultanas.
Let's see, Jeremy Blackwood's dialed in from the States as well as Joe. I don't know where Dr. Briggs is. Oh, Brian Johnston's here. He's commenting on green apples.
Is he? This? He's lost the plot.
There you go. You like this one?
The green apples are on the Manachmoor, Brian.
Aye.
Number one, Brian. Number one.
First one we had.
One is Manachmoor with green apples.
Green apples.
Number two we're on now, Brian. Keep the pace.
Second
Ledig, which is Rioja. Green apples. He's hard work at that age. Imagine what's got to happen to us when you
Brian Johnston's show.
He's Boston Martin in this.
Oh, I know.
No, maybe not that bad. No, sorry, Brian. We've got to take that back. Martin, you see the pink, Martin? Can you see the pink? Susan, you explained to him.
Yes.
If you're on the pink gin, you'll be able to swap
you'll slip them about and there'll be any noise.
He'll not have a clue.
Champagne.
He'll not have a clue. Pink, oh, Susan's on the pink champagne. Right, where are we? Right, we're on the nose. We've got some cinnamon.
Yeah.
We've got red grapes. I'm getting a wee bit red apple through that as well. The sweet apple, a ripe sort of. I know what we can describe that as. The pink lady apple. Anybody had a pink lady apple? Lovely, sweet, dry sweetness to that. That reminds me of pink. I like that. I think it's a great description. See who's posh enough to afford to buy pink lady apples, because you always just buy the Gala, the red ones, but pink lady's a bit more expensive. But yeah, you get that tobacco leaf, just a nice wee.
Did we say cinnamon? Did you say cinnamon?
Yeah, cinnamon. I got that quite quick there. Spices, cloves in it as well. I'm trying to work out if there's a bit ginger there. I'm not convinced.
What about rose petal jelly?
What books are you reading?
I know.
Rose petal jelly.
Rose petal jelly. I know there's some ones that are crackers, but
to be honest, I've never tasted rose petal jelly in my life. It's my boy from McMurray. We got bloody strawberry jelly or sort of lemon jelly, and that was it. And what you could shoplift out the store. I can't tell George read past secrets too much. Right, anyway, on the nose, wonderful nose. I think there's just a lovely balance to that. with the red apples, the red grapes, the sweetness of the
and the rose petal jelly.
The rose petal. Okay, I'll take that.
Aye,
I have no idea. That reminds me of I've told you before about the Glenkinchie and Diageo's taste notes about the green bananas.
Green bananas.
No, it's green apples who do that.
Green apples.
The green bananas. I kind of get them. Rose. What is it? Rose apple? No. Rose what jelly?
Oh, rose petal jelly.
Rose petal jelly.
Pork chops managed to work out how to make comments.
Okay, it's on 10 year, Stuart. Well done. Right, we've got a taste of this. God, he's putting me right off a night.
Somebody's saying that the feed's about
Slange.
out of length there.
Slange. Oh, Graham, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. Plums.
That's nice, aye.
Raspberries, strawberries, red fruit there, red grapes,
stewed plums.
Sweetness. But you're getting the dried fruit, the sultanas, cinnamon, a wee bit of chilli in that. The smoke, the smoke on the palate is far more intense than it is on the nose.
It definitely
just
is.
Like a wee hint on the nose, but on the palate, it's a bit more intense.
I think Big Davey says he loves that. He likes that.
And a wee bit of grass. I'm getting a wee bit of grass. No, your wacky
backy. No, the wacky backy stuff. Oh, that's Gregor. Oh, Gregor. That's it. He's sitting in the corner having a.
Him and Brian McKenzie go right up the Pentland Hills on a Saturday. Smoke the joint, they share a joint together.
Smoke the devil's lettuce. We know you're tight.
That's who's late on a Friday night nowadays. No,
because he's
still got the hangover for the Gress on the
before,
Saturday.
Aye, that's it. That's why he's got the munchies.
I'm 4 bits of fish tonight. I can't believe it.
4 bits like that.
Good job. I had a wee bit off him.
Did you?
He's just bit my fingers off.
Look, he's going to fade away. He's trying to grow his hair back. Come on, let him grow his hair. Right.
I think the palate of that is absolutely wonderful. As I say, raspberries, strawberries, red berries, red grapes, the sweetness of that, the cinnamon, it's almost like the smoke is stronger.
Yes.
I would say it was like a tobacco leaf on the nose, but it's more like a cigar, barbecue, sort of burnt wood. You know, the usual we talk about the campfire, sort of about the water on. You get that on the palate. I think that is fantastic.
It's a cracker. Davy Pringles just remind me it was Logronio in the Rioja area that we were at.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry, I've just there was a few other comments.
That's the wrong one.
Oops.
Good job, what came up.
I know, I was testing them. Wayne McDonald saying licorice, Brian Johnson saying spicy. Susan thinks she can taste cheeky burgers.
What burgers?
Cheesy burgers.
Cheesy burgers.
Cheesy burgers, Susan. Is that what you're getting?
Cheesy burgers.
Look.
I think she's maybe referring to you.
No, I was
I wonder what else you're talking about there. Good one, Susan. You got us here.
Cheesy burgers.
We can't announce that publicly. Right, back to the nose. I'll tell you what, a touch of water. The first thing it hits me, excuse me, I've not got COVID, you're right. It cut my throat. Is almonds. I'm getting some nuts coming through that.
I got
the red berries, the red grapes, the cinnamon, and again the smoke is even lighter. Just 2 drops. They just cleared the oils there, and the smoke is almost unnoticeable on the nose for me now. It's maybe just me. You can maybe get, but there is a slightest hint of smoke. I'm gonna have another taste of it.
I'd say it's tasty. It's probably not for everybody's cup of tea, but it's certainly. I'm liking that. I like the especially if you're having a few, you really get the
you're getting the smoke. It's far more intense than, but again on the finish, it's a medium lingering finish. You get the smoke. The first hit is smoky, but the second, as you swallow, and it just gets really, really rich. Red fruits, berries. I'm getting strawberries, raspberries. I see red grapes, really, really fruity. But you're getting that spice, that wee kick as well.
Yep.
I was really looking forward to this one, Graham, and it's
not that long out. I don't think I've got a bottle in here, and I think I got it when it first came out. But it's certainly a nice drop. Certainly one of these. This is why you join whiskey clubs like this, so you can try stuff that you wouldn't normally try.
And I get to try it for nothing.
Yeah.
I get to spend all your money.
Told you it's tight-fisted.
All the money you guys put into it, I get to spend it on the whiskey, and I get a wee taste. It's only a wee taste I get. That's the only thing. No,
Scott Watson's loving it.
Oh, it's great, Scott. I really like that. There's a challenge for you to find some wine casks that can do something like a Rioja, some Shiraz or some Australian.
He's got Sonny had the white port cask, white port cask.
Yeah.
Let me know it today.
Yeah, that for me is fantastic. Certainly gets to seal the approval. I love that one. I really, really love it. And it's the fruitiness, sweetness of the red fruits, the berries and the grapes and everything like that. But it's got that wee intensity of the smoke. Here we go again. So that gets a seal of approval.
Seal of approval.
I think it was one of these wee Jimmy hats. Was it wee Jimmy? Wee Jimmy hats or whatever it was.
Was it not this, Jimmy? Remember, you borrowed this when you went for a night out to think you had hair. So it gets a good day. Anyway, you can put it on, Neil. Who wants to see Tatty Peel putting this on, folks? Let us know. Really nice with a wee drop of water, says Stephen Johnston. Yeah,
Stephen, I think that is a fantastic dram. Absolutely fantastic. I really rate that very highly. And, well, I think you've got to know what my top of the package today. This will need to be something special.
This will be a cracker.
This will need to be something special. Yeah, as I say, I saw it and it was funny. George Redpath, those of you who follow us on Facebook, whatever it's called. George Redpath,
to just stick salt. Susan Allen says, "Here we go." Push the button. Let's see. Oh, picture nose.
Right. I can't remember the name of this bloody thing. I can't see it.
It's seaweed and.
Aye. God, thanks for that, Susan. I'll remember that. George Redpath actually says to me, George was, those of you in the trade will know George from the licensed trade. He was Mr. Famous Grouse, Mr. Grouse for 25, 30 years. Great guy, he knows his whiskey. And when he saw this, he messaged me and said, I've never seen this before. I hadn't seen it before either. So I had to do a wee bit of research and find it's actually Master and Malt, which is a company called Atom. The Master Malt's a trading arm, but Atom is the company. I don't know much about them, but they do a bottling. And I've done a wee bit digging. You see if anybody agrees with me.
Is that because you turned into a dog?
I've done a wee bit digging. And it would appear, potentially, because it's an unnamed Islay whiskey.
Yeah.
Smoky. But it would appear that a few people reckon it's Cowlila.
Oh.
So there you go.
That might make sense, because they produce a lot for other people as well.
Yeah, well, Cowlila's Diageo as well, which is quite unusual for Diageo to give a lot away. But Lagavulins, their Islay. Mainstream Islay whiskey, so no, it could be Cowlila. But let's see if we can find any Cowlila.
I'm just saying, Brian says you've never looked better, Tatty Peel. Susan's saying you're looking good. Kevin Fitzsimmons thinks this is hysterical. And Dr. Blackwood out there, Neil the Nose, your flavour descriptions are high poetic, he says.
Oh, well, thanks. Right, fair away. Aye. What's it? I can never remember what it's called. Seaweed. I'll need to turn it in. Seaweed and aeons and digging and fire. Now, what that means, I have absolutely no idea. Well, but my thoughts on it
is fire is something that you heat yourself up with.
I'm not sure what's the aeons. Seaweed, well, I think it's going to be salty and very much the sea air on it. Digging, I think it's going to be relative to the peat and the fire as the smoking peatness as well. Somebody enlightened me what aeons. I should have googled it before I started so I could explain to you.
I'm sure somebody
you thought I was knowledgeable and that sort of thing, but it's all genuine. It's all coming off the top of the head, so you can see it.
Certainly off the top of the head,
or the bottom of the tongue. Anyway, I'm nosing it because I'm quite intrigued with it. I'll look at the colour. Well, you see, right away, Graham, I find that quite dark for a Cowlila. On saying that, if the Atom's maybe looking for. It's maybe got a bit sherry maturation in it. I think it doesn't say if it's double matured or not, but I would indicate, and I've not told you the ABV of it yet.
An era of time, if my memory serves me correct.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. Aeons, yeah. If we put that up for us?
Oh, myself.
Aye, okay. I'll find out tomorrow morning when I check the post. Whoever it was, thanks very much.
They're coming in flicking fast.
It's time aged. It's 59.1% ABV, and that's why we've got it, because we like to keep these on a nice wee strong one. We cast strength.
Sleep well tonight.
Neil McIver will like this one because A, he likes his Islay, and B, he loves his cast strength. And a special mention to Neil last night. I delivered his whiskey for the night, his tasting pack, and he had mentioned to me he bought a Islay Aaron Sherry mature cask.
Right.
So he asked me if I wanted one, and I paid him for it. I remember, Neil, because I saw your other Facebook post about the man that likes his free whiskey. I saw that, but he had a signatory, Edward Orr, Deanston Sherry cask as well.
Right.
I think it was 55.3 or something like that, Neil. and I tasted it. I had a wee dram it, like, not 50 mils they gave me.
Only 50 mils.
Miserable bugger. So I had it for my supper last night. Wow, it was absolutely stunning. And I know Neil always talks about his 55 plus, his cask strength. Could you just get that bite? And I think with the sherry maturation, the cask strength, it takes it to a different level. That's my finding. I'll tell you what, guys, when we're at Edredour, having a wee recce for you, we'll find a good Edredour signature
for you to buy us. I'm waiting for it.
No, and we'll buy a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them, and we'll stick it on our tasting. We'll get a real good one, because I think the signatory range is a fantastic. And we've tasted a couple of them. And here was it the Glenlivet signatory we had at Christmas Day? We had one at Christmas Day. We've had 2 or 3 of them, and I think they're just fantastic whiskies. So we'll do that. Anyway, digress. But Neil, thanks very much. That Deanston.
Thanks for my taste.
Well, I did think about keeping a mouthful for Graham, but no.
Just a mouthful of abuse.
So seaweed, aeons, and digging and fire. Isn't it, Isla? It's dark in colour. Back to where we were. We've got to have a look at the legs. God, we're talking some rubbish. Well, you're talking some rubbish today. Legs are pretty thick, pretty coming down there. Yeah, definitely sherry matured, absolutely sherry matured in there. Look at that. Have we got the?
Yeah, it's the flavour, man.
On the nose, a wee bit medicinal. That's quite unusual. You're almost getting a Lafroy medicinal from that, but they're sherry matured. It is smoky. You can get a nose of the smoke there. A lot more in the nose is what the Ladiga is. So I think we're sitting somewhere over here, Graham, halfway on that square in the top right-hand side. Rich and smoky. Oh. Some birds obviously on the phone.
No, I was just going to say peas and gravy. I think he's talking about number 2, was saying a bit pear dumpling.
Pear
dumpling.
Oh, yeah, there's certainly pears. Yeah, but I don't know.
You're getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah. Back to the nose on this one anyway. Certainly smoky, vanilla. You're getting the sherry coming through there. Cloves, salt and pepper.
Push it real good.
It's quite spicy actually. The cloves are the first thing that hit me in the spices. I'm not getting cinnamon.
Neil said you were going to share that dram with me.
I lied.
Didn't give him hee-haw. He'd steal the sugar out of your tea.
Salt and pepper, yeah. The seaweeds there, definitely you get the seaweed. You're getting the hit, the fire, and the peat. It's actually quite a nice nose. It's pleasant. Gentle, very gentle on the nose.
I thought for something that might be an old brand bottling might be a bit, a bit rough, but it smells.
I don't know if it's bottled for Atom or Master Malt, or if they take the cask and bottle it themselves, get their own independent bottlers in London. I don't know. But on the nose, really, really nice nose. Let's say some sherry, peaty, salt and pepper.
Push it real good.
Very lot of. I'm getting a bit gingerbread coming through now. Yeah, a wee bit gingerbread, sultanas, Christmas cake. Yeah. That's very slow in coming through. Actually, normally that's obviously the sherry influence. I have a really nice nose. Really, slange. Taste.
Slange. Did we say honeyed apricots?
Wow. That's mean. Interesting. Sweeter than I thought it would be. On the nose, you didn't get the sweetness.
That's very pleasant.
I was only getting dried fruit, Christmas cake. Definitely red apples coming through there, real sweet.
I'm enjoying that. I actually think I prefer that aftertaste than
vanilla.
I'm liking that.
Vanilla, honey. Real barbecue.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, barbecue.
On the finish, it's a quite long finish. Aniseed, licorice. More licorice, but I'm getting that spicy aniseed coming through. Licorice, like licorice all sorts here. You know, you get the black licorice all sorts. Just the
pork chop loves them.
Aye, the black ones, and you get the wee round ones with all the wee thousandths and hundreds of thousands.
They were the best, but I used to nibble them off.
You get the sweetness or the crunchy, then the licorice through it. That is actually really nice. I'm impressed with that. That's a real nice dram.
That really is. The Michael Kelman's saying that's amazing.
Yeah. Now,
Scott's liking the mouthfeel.
Yeah. I was going to say on the palate, it certainly reminds me of a Cowlila. They do a distiller's edition, which is unaged, and it's a bit darker than the standard 12-year-old. The Mock's very, very pale.
Yeah.
They do the Distiller's Edition. It's a wee bit like that, but I don't know if the Distiller's Edition is double matured. This certainly is, because you've got the sherry coming through there. You've got the.
Do you know when I first seen the colour? It actually made me think of your favourite whiskey from the island, Balblair. That's what I seen when I seen the colour.
Yeah, well, the Balblair 50 was it triple wood tasted, which changed my opinion on Balblair.
Yeah.
But on the nose though, very peaty. You get that wee medicinal sort of.
Talking about medicinal, we've got the French Constitution team just came in. Tom McAnally, bonjour. He's a bit late. He must have known that Jean-Luc was on earlier on, speaking the French.
Does Tom speak French, does he?
Oh, I think so. C'est bon. Like the policeman from Hello. Learn to sing, babe.
Certainly the spices are there. Lovely spices. Really nice. A wee touch of chili. I'm getting ginger through it. A wee bit ginger. It's no cinnamon. Cardamom. A wee bit chili. Cloves, definitely cloves. But the red apples, there's a nice sweetness to it. Lovely sweetness on the nose now with the.
I'm enjoying that. I like that.
Touch of water. Right, and I got the sweetness on the palate, which was not so much on the nose without the water.
That percentage, though, you couldn't drink too much. You do.
Yeah. Again, sweet. You get the fire, the hit of the fire, the barbecue, the burnt wood. But as it just settles in the back of the tongue, it gets sweeter and sweeter and sweeter with nice spices, and it's mellow spices.
Yeah.
Cloves, as I say. I'm definitely ginger in that now. Definitely some ginger at the back of it. Ginger nuts, your biscuits.
Ginger nuts.
But some nice honey. Somebody shouting somewhere. Some honey and even vanilla in it, because you've got the dryness of the vanilla coming through there. That is nice, and that gets the seal of approval as well. What's going on? There's something happening.
It's a raid. Everybody be cool.
No, that is absolutely
Char grilled
fantastic.
steak. Wow, 10 out of 10.
Char grilled steak. Yeah.
She's obviously complimenting our looks again.
I think that's a little bit your humour anyway. That's for sure.
We're now drinking the Koala Mock. It's very similar, but a little softer. That's what Austin's saying.
Yeah, I did comment on the Mock, because the Mock Austin is one of my favourite cowleelers, and it's really light and delicate. You know, his Mock stands for the dawn early. It's a young whiskey. It's got a lot of the characteristics of cowleeler, and if you've ever tasted Distiller's Edition of it, it reminds me of that, but it's a lot sweeter and a lot darker, a lot longer in the sherry. I don't even know if the Cowleeler Distiller Edition is a sherry matured. I don't think it is. It's probably just cast, but that is really, really nice. Master Malt's done a fantastic job with that. And I've got a real tough one tonight, Graham.
Let's see what everybody else is having a wee shifty at. Dave Moorhead, what's he saying? In order for me, he's thinking maybe 1, 2, no 3, no. So in other words, he's stuck. In other words,
yeah. I'm going to stick my neck on the line here and go number 2 is my best one. I thought I was absolutely
so you would
stunning.
go like this one there.
Yeah. Martin, you see the pink one, Martin, the rosy one.
Are you like this?
Aye.
Are you like that? Is he like this?
Aye. No, the one with the bubbles that Susan will be drinking.
And then that's number 2 for Brian. Brian, number 2. Okay.
See, Brian, us youngsters like that as well as you old boys. I can't make my mind up between 1 and 3 though. I think if I'm stuck. 2 definitely.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2, 3, 1. There you go.
That's interesting.
And that's no disrespect to Manachmoor. I really, really like that. 2, 3, 1. What's he doing?
I'm doing Christ, maybe we're telling him what I like for once rather than you. I'm just doing, well, this is what Neil says too.
I wonder what you're doing with the bottles. Right, 2, 3, 1 that way. So we start here. Right, what's your way? We'll put the bottles.
The Mano has went 3, 1, 2.
Ooh.
Ooh. And then what have we got? Jamie Thorns actually went 1, 2, 3. That's the way Jamie's Thorns gone.
Like, what about you, GB?
Right. I'm actually potentially like that. In fact, I'm going to go like that.
Best.
Yep.
3, 1, 2.
Yep, I like that. I did enjoy them all. I think this one it seemed a bit softer than this one. It just seemed a bit harsh. That's the only difference.
Yeah, no, but I like the peppery of it, the red wine sort of influence, the peppery of the Rioja.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I say this most weeks, I think they're great whiskies, but this would probably be one of the tightest weeks I think we've ever had.
It's
how good that the seaweed one was extremely
Stephen
fantastic.
Johnston's 213. Yeah, Tom McAnally's had a Skype call with Dad. That's not helping. That's not helping. I tell you one thing I was going to ask you, Neil. Have you had any of the whiskies that have been matured in tequila barrels, casks? No. With a conversation about it today, is it something that you think would rock your boat?
But again, I would say I'm not a lover of tequila, but I was in Mexico 3 years ago, watching Scotland play. Got to the Azteca Stadium. Any football fan, it's one of your dreams to hit the Azteca. Got into the Azteca, and we went down to, it's not the Incas, I can't remember what it's called. And just outside of that, they done some real Mexican tequila, and it was shots, and you had a wee bit banter with that. And we got half past about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Just a wee wake up by.
It was really nice, but again, the tequila here, I would say no.
It's like whiskey and whiskey,
Yeah. I see the youngsters having all these tequila slammers. That's not for me. But tequila in Mexico, I wouldn't say I would drink it, but I would love to taste it. And again, I like the Rioja there, but one of my favourites, and we've got one next week, is Madeira. Wine cask, so you get that sweetness. So tequila might be able to do the same.
It'll be interesting. Again, they could have good quality ones that have matured for years as well. Just looking at Neil McIver said 312.
I knew you would go that way.
Wayne would go 312, and then Austin's obviously said 2112. What about Sven in Sweden? Did he get in his set yet? No, he's not got them.
No, he did not arrive until Monday.
Here's Mark coming hot off the press. Let's see what Mark says. Graham, you're amazing. All right. No, he says, Graham, I'm after Glengoyne Teapot Batch 1. Any idea the best price? I don't think you can get the batch one anymore.
You'll be able to get it, but you'll get it for a collector. I'm sure there are 200, 250 quid for that.
I've got some in the house. Let me have a look if I've got two. Because I'm now in the batch 2 of it.
It's about 140 quid a bottle, isn't it, or something like that?
Because he likes it. He's a big Glengoyne fan. He's waiting for me to get the 25-year-old Glengoyne in here. So,
right, Director's Dram. Remember mentioning that.
So this is a wee add-on. It will be about £15 because it's a very expensive dram. We're going to try it out, see who wishes it. Again, we're trying to push the boundaries. It's an expensive bottle of whiskey.
Tomatin Decades 2, and it's American and European oak casks. Nice dark colour, Martin. Can you show it a bit closer to you? See that, Martin?
And bearing in mind, that's a 50 ml you're getting of it, folks, okay?
And if memory serves me right, Martin, we might give you one free because you paid that extra money for being dodgy.
That's right, dodgy.
So we're due on 20 quid.
Right,
I'm pretty sure Gregor's neat with that.
Why don't I put that in a bottle with some cold tea and we'll sell that up?
You'll know
the difference.
So I'm not quite sure how much this is a bottle, but I think it's about 150 quid.
It's up there. It's definitely up there.
We'll calculate it out, but
I know that
GB would try to charge you bar prices for it.
I think it's about $11.50 in that.
And here,
and that's cheap. So that's what I'm saying.
I think you're probably right. For a 50 ml, it'll probably be about £15.
Exactly.
15. No, it'll not be them on 20.
No, it won't.
It's just we just thought we were going to try something.
Correct.
So a wee bit different, just to try and get things up there. They're the sort of bottles that most people will know by themselves. But for 20 quid, 15. Well, I'm saying 20 quid. It'll not be 20 quid. It'll be 15 quid there or thereabouts. You're going to get a 50 ml of it. To have a wee dram of
a dram, and that is certainly once in a lifetime bottle.
Is it aged actually? I'm not quite sure it is.
Well, because it's decades, it's got each of the decades in it.
So it'll be a nice, but it'll be.
I've got the bottle. I've got the without.
Sorry.
You do the taste, and I'll find the bottle here.
Okay, right. Tomatin is a Highland. Say we've done the Kubokin, which is a peaty version with the ghost dog. Remember that story? That one. It's more or less halfway between Aviemore and Inverness. I'm not a lover of their standard 12-year-old, but they're 18. And did we not try their 18? We done 18 with something like that. I can't remember when we done it. But
And the
18-year-old is absolutely amazing. We've done the 14, the sherry matured, double wood. That was great. So this is European American. So it's your double maturation.
There we go. 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010.
Yeah.
Martin
will remember the 70s.
I'll get Gregor to take a picture of it and we'll put it on the website or put it on the Facebook so you can have a wee read, guys.
Yeah, do a bit of research on it. Tomatin's up there. As I say, for me, it's a bit like Glengoyne. We was talking about Glengoyne. I think Glengoyne, Deanson's another one. Their basic expressions, I think, are pretty poor. They're not the best, but once you start getting into other different expressions, there's some absolutely amazing whiskies. And I think Tomatin is very much in that ilk as well. So, while we look at it, the colour there is just nice, wee dark, nice and rich. The legs, he's got another smirk in his face.
I'm just saying there, what was it? Douglas is saying, Rambo, this number 3 is seaweed whiskey, get down to air quick. So it's obviously liking it.
Good. Yeah, legs are pretty thick there coming away. Look at that. Ooh, nice. So that's the sherry maturation. I'm liking that, Graham. I had a wee quick cheat nose at it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I just, on the nose. We've got to try and plot this now, though.
Yeah, just saying it's not on the website yet, guys. We've not got it on the website. Brian Johnston's already asking for it.
It's a bit on the slightly delicate for a sherry, but I think we're maybe just looking off the centre spot, just down into the bottom right here. Very delicate, but a wee bit of the tatty peel side, the rich side, but the nose is stunning. You know, the first thing that hits me in the nose is marzipan.
I thought you were going to say the glass.
Marzipan. Plums.
Yeah.
Christmas cake. You get all that, the sultanas, the raisins.
Good, aye.
And I just noticed this as it came out of the bottle.
I was actually very lucky. Alistair Much, our friend, he actually sent me some of this to quaff. It was very nice. I managed to drink it before Pork Chop stole it.
Wonderful toffee coming through.
Yeah.
Pork Chop stole it. Toffee, caramel, honey. These spices, I just find that really, really smooth, really sweet. Red berries, a wee bit red berries as well. You get a bit strawberry jam. Just the sweetness there. Wonderful nose. Slange. I'm looking forward to this one. Caramel, toffee, dark chocolate. Get a bit sultanas, almost a rum and raisin coming through here.
Yeah. It's still
Christmas
going on.
Cake, sultanas, raisins. I'm repeating myself here. I'm just trying to think everything that's going through my head here. That's really nice. Quite a long finish, actually.
It is. That's what I say. It's still going. Still going.
The longer on the palate, the sweeter it's getting. And I'm getting a wee spice coming through now, Graham. A bit cinnamon coming through it now. The cloves, nuts, hazelnuts.
Nuts, oh, hazelnuts.
But again, that's way on the finish. That's right down in the finish.
It's very good.
But really smooth, wonderful. Tomatin decades too.
Yeah.
See, it's from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. So it's five different decades from there.
So it came out before I was even bloody born.
Came out before I was born.
That's it. We'll take a picture of this, guys.
Yeah, we'll take a picture.
And then you can see it.
We'll calculate it out. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm sure it's about £150 a bottle. So, so somewhere in the region of about £15 for a 50 ml. No, we don't want to make any money. Well, cover costs with it. We've got to cover costs.
Exactly.
Because we've got to bottle it. We've got to.
We want you to enjoy it, and we want you to try different stuff.
So that's Director's Dram for 4 weeks. Because the Director's Dram only comes on 4 weeks tonight, so we'll reintroduce it again. I get to get another taste of it in 2 weeks' time.
No, you've got enough in your glass. So just keep it for later on. We're like that.
We'll taste it again in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully, we get the same aromas and the same flavours. Wonderful. If you want to buy it, but we'll not actually be doing the proper tasting with it until 4 weeks tonight. So get yourself sorted out. We won't have it on for sale for a week or so anyway. But it'll only be on sale with the whatever it is in May, the second Friday in May. So Graham, including the tomato in there, 4 whiskies, absolutely amazing. And I still think the Ledaig Rioja is one of the best I've had in a whole year and more of doing this one. I love that one, but I'm biased on Spanish wines, so it certainly impressed me.
No, the guys are still going on about the seaweed coming in at the West Coast, how much they're enjoying it. So that's excellent.
I didn't get me wrong. It was.
If I'm going to be honest, would I go and buy a nip of that No.
No, because
But
it's
now
not
the-
known. Yeah,
but now we're- yeah,
if you want to
absolutely.
you buy a Carolina, a Lagavulin,
Aye.
a Bowmore or something like that. But that's only about 44 quid a bottle or something like that.
For a half bottle.
half
It's probably £190 a bottle.
No,
But
and it's way up there.
good
No, a
bang for
Lagavulin,
buck.
I would say it's as good as a Lagavulin, and you'll pay 60 quid for a bottle of
Mhm.
Lagavulin. So, it's unbranded per se. We'll stick it on our website if you want to buy it there. We'll sell it for £55.
Well, 150. Well, Tatty Peel will.
But it's unbranded. But and again,
Lovely.
as we said the other night, we said week after week. That's the benefit of tastings, something like that. I'd never seen it before, never heard it before.
Yeah.
George Ridpath in the whisky industry for 30 years, I'd never heard it before. But wow, half years actually preferred it as your best whisky of the night. So that makes me happy that you've enjoyed the whiskies tonight. So
That's good. That's
first class.
Good. Just before we wrap up, folks, make sure you get your tickets booked for the Sunday, the 3rd, the early bird. It comes in at $97.50 for the ticket. Michael Kelman purchases his ticket tonight, so well done him.
But we'll remember to take it with him though.
Well, I better not forget. And Robbie up in sunny Pennycook was saying that we looked very dapper tonight. So if anybody wants to pitch us any of the sort of the merchandise, go onto the website. I know David Moore got his body warmer, so I hope
David Allen's looking for one of these shirts as well.
Right, we can.
He doesn't want the shirt. He thinks it'll make him look as good as us.
Good as
That's
us.
what it is. He just
Aye,
thinks
aye.
he'll have the looks when he puts those shirts on. He'll think he'll get the same looks as us, but no,
That's it.
it doesn't
So
look like that,
get
David.
email down, let us know so we can get them ordered for you. So remember, the 1st to the 3rd, going down to London. On the Friday, we've got a brewery visit scheduled. On the Saturday, we've hopefully got a distillery visit to a gin distillery, and on the Sunday, we're going to be doing links. So you're covering all your good bases in a couple of days. So
And I'm just trying to remember the whiskies for 2 weeks' time. I know the big one, the expensive one,
we've got.
is Octomore.
You've got the bottle over there.
Octomore 10.1. It's a 5-year-old. It's a very, very expensive bottle. I've not even noticed it yet. We have Inchmoan. Inchmoan is the Madeira cask.
Yeah,
It's the middle one, and I can't remember what the first one is. Help me, somebody help me.
I took a picture of them.
I've got to remind him. He phones me up every day and says, "What's the order? What's that?" I didn't ken. If I'm not at my desk to check it, I can't remember. But didn't worry about it. It's a fantastic whiskey, but I'm looking forward to the Inchmoan and the Octomore. I'm not a great lover of Octomore, but this is a new brand. No. Why did I even look in the first place? Anyway, it's after 9:30. It's time for my bed.
Yes,
It's one of these times, GB. Great to see
thanks for
everybody.
dialing
Thanks for
in,
watching.
everybody.
Thanks for dialing. David and Susan down in Newcastle. Apologies, you didn't get your
Yeah.
whiskey out when it does
But
arrive
it was
on Monday.
shipped away. Aye.
Well, as I said, we do it in 24 hours. We pay extra for that. But when it arrives on Monday, enjoy, and it'll be look forward to seeing how you two view the order. Remember, 231 is by far the best way for it. Goran, have a great birthday when your whiskey arrives as well in Sweden. And
It's Open Little Bay, Menno.
Oh,
thank you. That's
thanks,
the one.
Menno. Open Little Bay. I couldn't remember for life. Open Little Bay, which is an unusual expression from Oban. Different tea. We've tried the distiller's edition here. I don't think we've done the 14-year-old. You know that? I don't even think we've done that yet. We've
I
had
like
the
the
distiller's
Open
edition.
14-year-old,
it's
but I need
lovely.
to watch what I'm saying there. But anyway.
So it's Oban Little Bay, whatever that is. I've no
Yep.
idea. It's
Get
another
your
one I
orders
saw.
in.
Never seen it before, so I thought we'd try it. Inchmoan, which is Loch Lomond Distillery, and it's Madeira wood finish, and Octomore. So you guys, if you like your smokeheads, if you like your Isle of whiskies, Octomore is definitely for you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
And remember, like us, love us, share us, put your pictures up on Facebook of all your kit and caboodle, get your sorters in, and we will see you soon. And what we're going to say, Tatty Peel?
Slange.
Slange.